Sridevi.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning, Sridevi. How are you? Doing fine.
Yes, ma'am. Fine.
Okay, so nice to see you after your alumni. Actually, we're very happy to see
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
and we are really
Yes,
honored to have you as our resource person.
definitely, ma'am. It is indeed a pride for me
Okay,
to
we remember
address.
you. Definitely, we remember you because you were very studious, very hardworking, and you had a very good relationship with all of us. We appreciate that,
Thank you.
especially
Thank you
a
so
role
much.
model for all the students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
My
so all
friend
the
has
best.
joined. Yes, ma'am. My
Okay,
friend has joined. Dr.
okay.
Jayalakshmi. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay,
Srividya,
all
good
the
morning.
best.
Welcome, Dr. Jayalakshmi.
Thank you. Best wishes, Vidya. Go on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shall we start,
Ma'am,
ma'am?
shall we?
Nidu, ma'am?
Sheba, miss, shall we start?
Okay, please start. We're ready.
Okay, listen, ma'am, we are starting.
Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Albert Einstein said it attributing to the multiple intelligence of human being. The webinar of the day reminds us the goal of education as to help people use their minds better. A warm good morning to one and all present in this online platform.
നന്മയാകുന്ന കാന്തി കാണുവാൻ കണ്ണിനാകേണമേ നല്ല വാക്കിൻ്റെ ശീലു ചൊല്ലുവാൻ നാവിനാകേണമേ സ്നേഹമാകുന്ന ഗീതമോ എൻ്റെ കാതിനിണയാകണേ സത്യമെന്നുള്ള ശീലമോടെ ഞാൻ ശാന്തി അറിയണമേ ആ ഭൂമിയമ്മ എന്നറിയുവാനുള്ള ബോധമുണ്ടാകണേ ജീവജാലങ്ങളാകെയും ജന്മബന്ധുവായിടണേ ജാതിഭേദങ്ങളെന്ന ശാപമോ ദൂരെ മറയണമേ ലോകമെന്ന പാഠമെന്നുമെൻ മനസ്സിലെഴുതേണമേ ആ
Thank you, Veena, for leading us through a solemn prayer. To welcome is to accept others to our embrace. May I ask Miss Ainumarin Matthew to gift a welcome bouquet to the gathering.
Thank you. A warm good morning to one and all. Respected resource person of the day, Mrs. Srividya Shangas Narayanan, Principal, Dr. Mary Shibajos, Teacher Coordinators, Dr. Lissy Puji ma'am and Dr. Nidhu Nina Varghese ma'am, Student Coordinators, Miss Joyce Martin, our beloved teachers and non-teaching staff, my dear M.Ed and dear students. Today, I feel privileged to welcome you all to the one-day webinar on incorporating multiple intelligence in classroom. Here, amidst us, we have Mrs. Srividya Narayan as a resource person who is coordinator cum English teacher of Indian School of Salala, Sultanate of Oman. Ma'am is an inspirational teacher who have not only presented papers in the UGC-sponsored national seminar, but have also received various awards and honor for her dedication and hard work. Ma'am is a visionary with a selfless attitude, and we all feel grateful for her presence today. I once again wholeheartedly welcome you, ma'am, to this webinar. Dr. Mary Shibajos, our beloved principal, has been a guiding light for us with a never-ending hope for the past few months. I now take this opportunity to welcome you, ma'am, to the virtual gathering. Next, I welcome the teacher coordinators, Dr. Lissy Koshi, ma'am, and Dr. Nitu Ninavagis, ma'am, to the function. I take this opportunity to also welcome our student coordinator, Ms. Joyce Martin, to the program. I welcome all the teachers and non-teaching staff to the program. And last not but least, I welcome all my M.Ed and B.Ed students to the webinar. I once again welcome you all. Let's have an interactive webinar. Thank you all. Thank you.
താങ്ക് യു അയനം. അധ്യാപകർ ജ്ഞാനം പകർന്നു നൽകുന്നതിനോടൊപ്പം ഓരോ കുട്ടിയെയും ആഴത്തിൽ മനസ്സിലാക്കുകയും അവരെ പ്രോത്സാഹിപ്പിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നവരായിരിക്കണം. ഇന്നത്തെ വെബിനാർ നയിക്കുന്ന മിസസ് ശ്രീവിദ്യ ശങ്കരനാരായണനെ കൂടുതലായി നമുക്ക് പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തുന്നതിനായി അമല ജയനെ ക്ഷണിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു.
Good morning to all. It's my privilege to introduce the resource person of today's webinar, Mrs. Srividya Shankaranarayanan. Ma'am has completed her Masters in English Language and Literature and M.Ed in English option and has been a teaching experience of 16 years at Indian School Salala, Sultanate of Oman. Ma'am have presented various papers in the UGC-sponsored national seminars titled Role of Teacher in Inclusive Classroom, Teaching English Using Mobile Technology, and Paradigm Shift in the Role of Teacher in the Digital Era, etc. Ma'am have also received several awards and honors for her perseverance, hard work, and dedication, like Praiseworthy Performance Award from Indian School Salala, secured second position in the Best Teacher Contest held at connection with Guru Shishya Talent Hunt in Kochi, letter of appreciation from the School Management Committee, Indian School Salala for the dedication towards the schoolwork and their readiness to train children for special programs and events. And I pray that she receives more experiences and in the field of excellence what she's doing. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome Mrs. Srividya ma'am to take the session on incorporating multiple intelligence in classroom. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Amala. I would like to welcome you all for today's session. First of all, I would like to extend my greetings to all of you. It's really great to connect with my prestigious institution, Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education. I did my M.Ed here in the year 2014, and I would say that I have got a lot of insight towards education in that 1 year period. I got plenty of opportunities to attend many seminars, as you said, many papers. All my teachers, that is the amount of support and encouragement which I got from all the professors here is tremendous. That is the reason I am able to perform something here once again. I am coming here in front of you. At this juncture, I fondly remember my M.Ed professors. I think Susamma ma'am has joined. Hearty welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. And Jaisa ma'am and all our principal Shiba ma'am, then the coordinator Lissy Koshi ma'am, for giving me an opportunity to present my thoughts on this platform. So now I would like to tell you something before I start the session. My dear friends, here, our college definitely provides a lot of opportunities. Any program, seminar, or paper presentation, please do participate. And each and every moment, you please try to grow yourself as individual. Because the 21st century needs teachers like you who are brimming with energy, enthusiasm, and skills. Now, thank you all once again. Let us start the topic. Now, you all know that the topic is incorporating multiple intelligences in the classroom. Today, I am going to speak based on my experience on this particular topic and about our school, whatever we are doing. So with practical examples, I would like to show and then proceed further. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, Srividya. Presentation.
Just a minute. Yeah. So as you all can see, we are going to see the topic incorporating multiple intelligences in the classroom. So now in this webinar, I'm going to focus on what is intelligence, what is multiple intelligence, and why does this integration of multiple intelligence matter, and how we should integrate multiple intelligence and create a multiple intelligence classroom. So now, the very first thing which I want to do, I would like to interact with you first. So I would like to post one quiz here, that is a Menti quiz. So I would like to post the link here in the chat box. If you could please answer, it would be ideal. If you are unable to connect, please do answer here. I will post the question here in the chat. I'll share the link now. This is the question which I have posted in the Menti link. In case you are unable to log in, please do. Can you see the question in the chat? Friends, can you see the question in the chat? I have posted the question. I think there is some, yes. I can see responses coming in. Very good. Yeah. Yes, fine. I am finding some technical issue here in Mentimeter. I don't know why. Yesterday it was working on fine. Yes, I can see Anju answering through interaction and discussion. And I would like others also to respond.
This is Sister Sherlyn from second year ML.
Oh, very good. Pardon, ma'am? Yes, I can see Anju ma'am's reply. Others also can reply. What's the best way for you to learn? Yes. Now Amala ma'am has replied, yes. Participatory teaching along with playway method. Yes, fantastic. Yes. Fine, then. There are around 60 plus participants. Yes, fine, very good. So if you let us be interacting with each other so that we'll find it interesting. Anybody else? Could you please respond? What's the best way for you to learn? What do you like? How do you want to learn? Your way of learning. Okay, fine. So I think others are agreeing with interaction, discussion, and participatory teaching. I hope so. So there are very many methods, isn't it? So the way how, yes, experiential learning. Very good. Okay, fine. Then anybody else? Please come on. Creative learning. Okay, fantastic. So many have beautiful ideas. Yes. Okay, anyone else? I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 responses. Anyone else? Yes, participatory learning. Okay. So Joycey ma'am agrees with Amala ma'am, right? Yes. Yes, I can see here. I will show you. The Mentimeter. I can see learning from mistakes. There is one option. I hope the screen is visible. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, learning from mistakes. Okay, reading, rereading, practice. Then via interactive and activity method, by involving in activities through practice. Okay, and then few more answers in the chat. Experiential learning, participatory teaching, playway method, interaction, discussion. Very nice. Fantastic. Let us give a good round of applause for participating, first of all. Thank you so much. Okay, now let us proceed further. Okay. Now that you have told me about your how you are going to learn or what you like, okay, in learning. Now I would like to ask you one more question. Okay, so as a teacher, we are all fond of asking questions, correct? We cannot stop ourselves. Okay, so I am once again asking you one more question. Okay, what is intelligence according to you? What is intelligence? Anyone? You can unmute and speak, no problem. If you are not comfortable in posting message in chat, please unmute and speak. What is intelligence according to you? Okay.
Ma'am, the
Yes.
ability to acquire and apply knowledge at various levels.
Exactly. Okay. Ability to acquire and apply knowledge. Okay, fine. Very good. Now, ability to think. Susan ma'am has told. Yes. Now, yeah, just now I am noticing Amala ma'am's answer. Sorry. For the previous one, audio visual aids with proper teaching learning materials. Yes, of course, that is very important. Now here, ability to adjust with environment. Yes, fine, very good. Okay, so there are different meanings according to different people for intelligence, isn't it? So now here I would like to say this according to, I told you in the beginning, okay, that I'm an English teacher. So now I will go for the dictionary. So now the dictionary says, ability to acquire and apply knowledge as well as skills. Okay, so now here I would like to tell that multiple intelligence, Howard Gardner has written in his book Frames of Mind, the theory of multiple intelligence. He is having a totally different view of human intellectual competencies. What he thinks, what he says is, all of us, that is all human beings, we all possess different intelligences in varying degrees. Okay, and each individual, each one of us, we demonstrate varying levels of these different intelligences. So now, according to Gardner, he says that each and every one of us have a unique profile. So we are all unique. Do you agree with that? We are all unique. Do you agree with that? If you are agreeing to that point, can you raise your hand and tell me?
Yes, we do agree.
Yeah, we all are unique. Okay. Now, according to Gardner, intelligence is the ability to find and solve problems and create products of value in one's own culture. That is Gardner's definition of intelligence. Okay. And he also says that it's not how smart you are that matters. What really matters is how you are smart. How you are smart, that matters. So now, according to Gardner, he has written two books. One is Frames of Mind. The other one is Reframed. Okay. The book is now Intelligence Reframed, written by Gardner. So he says that ability to solve a problem or create a product that is valued within one or more cultures. Now here, I would like to say one more important point. Okay. It's not how smart you are that matters. What really counts is how you are smart, in what way you are smart. So now, according to Gardner, he speaks that we are all, okay, we have a different set of intelligences for each and every one. That is why he uses the word how you are smart. Okay, now we are going to see what is multiple intelligence. Okay, now here, this particular theory, okay, it is mostly embraced by educators most. Okay, why it is? Because we as teachers, we have been experiencing with the students, we can relate much about this intelligence. Okay, so now he, as I told you before, he is viewing each person as an unique individual who is possessing many different ability levels. So now in this book, I showed you the picture of that book, Frames of Mind. When you get it, when you get time, definitely please read that book, Frames of Mind. He is giving the definition as to solve problems or creating products, okay, that are valued within one or more cultural settings. And he does not use mental ability in his definition. Okay, so now this particular intelligence research, if I go back to that previous part, okay, that it started in the year 1979. Okay, so after 1979, they were investigating the nature as well as the realization of human potential. How far is human potential? That is how, that was the root of this. So when they were finding, Gardner was one of the several people who was there in that graduate school of education who was selected in that particular research. So he, along with the others, investigated about this potential. That is the power of human potential. So now this original intention was to add perspective to his investigation. Okay, but later on, what happens when he started finding, he was looking for a broader perspective. So in that, finally, it was a surprise for him to find that everybody has a set of intelligence. So he wrote about the existence of multiple intelligence in his book. Now, these are the different sets of intelligences. So now, initially, when he found there were only 7 intelligence. Okay, I would like to list out all those intelligence: linguistic intelligence, logic, mathematical intelligence, musical intelligence, kinesthetic intelligence, spatial intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, intrapersonal intelligence. So these are the different intelligences people have. This is how he said. After few years, there was an addition. That addition was the naturalist intelligence as well as existential intelligence. So now the naturalist intelligence as well as existential intelligence were later added. So now, according to him, he says that all the human beings, everybody, we possess all the 9 intelligences in varying amounts. Sometimes some particular intelligence will be more for somebody, and each one will have a different intellectual composition. And we can improve education by addressing this multiple intelligences of our students. So this particular intelligence is located in different parts of our brain, and it can either work independently or sometimes together. That is why you can see a musician as well as a good orator. So like this, there will be a combination also. So now here you all must have, I asked you a question, what is intelligence? So now the traditional intelligence and multiple intelligence, there is a certain amount of difference. Let us see that. The first one, intelligence can be measured by short answer test, okay, by giving a test, okay, what, when, who, like that. If we ask some questions, okay, we can measure that intelligence. The multiple intelligence, we can, what we can do, we can assess it in different style, that is learning and problem solving styles. Now, people who are born with a fixed amount of intelligence, that is how it was believed earlier. But here it was
Srividya, you are muted. Srividya, please unmute yourself.
okay. Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Screen is visible? Yes. There was some slight issue I felt. Okay.
It's okay now.
Yes, yes, fine. So now in this part, that is intelligence consists of ability in logic as well as language. Earlier, people used to think that those who are good at English and maths, okay, they are intelligent people. But now Gardner has found this many more types of intelligences. They reflect different ways of interacting with the world. So during traditional practice, teachers used to teach the same material to everyone. Now also we do that, but what we do, we just differentiate, okay, differently based on individual intellectual strength as well as weaknesses. For that, we have to find the strength of the students. So now teachers teach a topic or subject in the traditional intelligence. But now here in multiple intelligence theory, teachers structure learning activities. So now what do? They structure that issue or a question and connect it into subjects. You can see multiple multidisciplinary subjects. So teachers develop strategies that demonstrate multiple ways of understanding and value their uniqueness. So now we should understand that there are 2 main scientific implications of the theory of multiple intelligence. The very first one is, as I again repeat, unique profile, okay, because of both genetic as well as experiential factors. The second part is about the distinct intellectual profile, like a fingerprint. So each one of us have a different fingerprint. We don't have the same one. We are not similar. In that way, as I told you, we are unique. The next point which I want to stress on is the principles of multiple intelligence. All the individuals should be encouraged to use their preferred intelligences in learning. If a child is good by expressing through artistic skills. We must encourage that. The second part, if a child wants to express through verbal or words, then we must encourage that. In that way, we will be developing the strengths of the child. So instructional activities which we are planning, that also should appeal to the different forms of intelligence. So now the assessment of learning should measure multiple forms of intelligence. So now coming back to the final part, that is Howard Gardner, anything worth teaching can be presented in many different ways. So these multiple ways make use of our multiple intelligences. So this is how Gardner says, if we are able to teach something, that can be presented in many different ways. So we have to accept that as educators. So now we will see educational implications of MI theory. Now here this is focused on individuation as well as pluralization. So now first point, individualization means what? Here individuation means personalizing something. Okay, here we have to take into account the students' unique combination of intelligences when teaching, mentoring, or nurturing. So here we have to think about their combination of intelligences. Now students should be taught that they can learn. So they have to be assessed. Okay, so we have to allow them to apply their knowledge and skills in unfamiliar context. Only if we test in this matter, we will be able to allow them. The next is pluralization. So what is pluralization? Pluralization is something, ideas, concepts, theories, skills, all these things should be taught in several different ways. This idea of pluralization is very important for two reasons. Why? Because more students will be reached, and some students learn best from reading. Now, some will be able to build something, some from acting out a story. The second is teachers can show what it is like to be an expert, to understand something fully. It should be thought of in several ways. So we can do that. The next point which I want to say is individuation as well as pluralization. Both are very important in NAP context also. Now, everybody used to think about this individuation. Individuation is, it challenges the one size fit all. Okay, it challenges means we don't accept that one size fit all. It emphasizes how each person is different from each other. Okay, now this for the past 2 years during the pandemic, technology has made it possible. Why? Because people are sitting in different places. We were using variety of teaching and assessment depending on our ideas. So now NAP 2020, if you take about that, that is also supporting individuation as well as the pluralization. So here it supports about the learning by doing methods or experiential learnings, as somebody rightly mentioned that part. Okay, approaches. So understanding of academic concept. So this will allow all the teachers to innovate, okay, on their own, and they will be able to deliver better education to students. So they will have their own ideas and they will be coming up with different ideas. Now, people will think, okay, learning style and multiple intelligence, both are same. Like that, there will be few people who will be of that opinion. So now, for them, I would like to tell you, is my screen visible, ma'am? There is some.
Yes, it is.
1 second.
We can see something's written, but it's not the presentation.
Okay, 1 minute, ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Take your time, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. There is some, actually, I changed the gadget, so I had to. Is it visible, ma'am, now?
Yes, yes.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, it's okay.
So now we were saying about this learning styles. So now learning style, people think that learning style as well as multiple intelligence both are same. So actually they are related, but they are not the same. So multiple intelligences represent different intellectual abilities and strengths. Whereas this learning style, they are about how an individual may approach a task. For example, there are 4 learning styles. Can anybody put learning styles? What are the different learning styles? Can you put this in chat? What are the various learning styles? Can you put in chat? What are the different learning style? Or I hope you are all familiar with this. VARK. Can anyone tell me what is we? What does we denote? What does we denote? Can anybody tell me? Yes, visual, fantastic. Okay, what about A?
Ma'am, kinesthetic.
Okay, K is for kinesthetic, correct. Okay, fine. Then, okay, right. I got the other one. Okay, fine. Then, what does A stand for? What does A stand for?
Audio.
Yes, auditory, right. Very good. Okay, fine. What does R stand for? We always do that. We are all learning in that way only from the beginning. How do we do that? Yes, reading, okay, reading, writing, okay, all this. So now you all know these are all different learning styles and multiple intelligences, okay, and learning styles. They are related but not the same, as I told you. Why it is different? If the intelligences represent the different intellectual abilities and strengths, but these learning styles, they are how I am going to approach, how I am going to learn it. Okay, either I am going to read, or I am going to write and learn, or I am going to listen and learn. Okay, that is the style of the learner. So learning styles emphasize preferences or how a person likes to approach their learning. Now I would like to show a small video, okay, where you can see a classroom scenario. You can find how this particular teacher is differentiating in her teaching and learning.
You're assuming that your why is 0. Fundamentally, the biggest challenge as an educator is meeting the variety of needs of students. When we walk into our classrooms, we have students who are behind on certain skill sets, are ahead in certain skill sets.
Differentiating the type of materials or experiences that we offer to students is one way we acknowledge that students learn in very different ways and at different paces.
So to me, differentiation is a way to take the monolith of the content and split it off in a way that makes it more accessible to everyone. It allows me to tailor my lessons, although the content is the same, to each group of learners.
Lindsay, group 1 right there.
Each group of you has got a different article that you're going to read.
All right, ladies and gents, we're going to start our writing. Begin.
Where did you get stuck? How are you going to get around it?
Through differentiation, the students feel successful. They feel supported. Everyone gets what works best for them. Yes, nice job.
What did you observe in that video, particularly? What did you like? Anyone, can you speak? What did you like? Anybody? What did you notice there in that particular video? What attracted you the most?
Ma'am, grouping of students.
Yes, excellent. Okay, that is your opinion. Okay, very good. Then, if you have to adopt something from that particular video, what will you do? What will you take? Sometimes we take best practices from somebody else, right? We will adopt something, correct? Yes.
Ma'am, teaching the same material in different ways according to the taste of children. Maybe if someone is visually very liking it, so make it thing which is visually appealing. That can be added for even the children who are auditory in nature, and also who are like working with the psychomotor skills. So auditory using audiovisual aids will be kind of good for all almost. But apart from that, if they want, they can add a playway method or a pair sharing method and certain like that, which can make them more interactive in class and make classes more participatory in nature.
Yes, very nice. Thank you so much for complimenting that. Very good. Okay. So now here, think, pair and share strategy. Am I right? That is what you were trying to say about, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, fine. Yes, fantastic. So now we have to plan a lesson now. So how are we going to plan? We always write lesson plan. Lesson plan is very important for us, isn't it? So when we are going to teach something, we definitely go with the lesson plan. So always we should have an objective in our mind when we are writing a lesson plan. And the same objective matters for MI lesson plan also. MI, by that I mean multiple intelligence lesson plan. So Walter McKenzie, he says that the way to determine what intelligences are in play is to identify the objective of the task at hand. What we are going to do. First, we have to identify what are we going to do. Anything we use to plan, right? So when it is coming to teaching, definitely planning is needed. So now, for this, Thomas Armstrong, he has written a book, Multiple Intelligences in the Classroom, where he is pointing out 7 steps. First of all, according to him, we have to focus on a specific objective or a topic. Okay, we will be teaching English, maths, science, social, some subject where there will be a particular chapter. So we have to focus on that. And second thing, what we have to do, we have to ask a few key questions. What is that key questions? I will explain further. Okay, that is multiple intelligence. For the inculcating or incorporating multiple intelligence, we have to ask some important questions. Third question, whatever question we are asking, okay, we have to consider the possibilities. Is it possible? Is it possible to implement? How we are going to implement, like that. Now, fourth point is here brainstorming. Brainstorming means we will get some ideas. Okay, we just think about that. How is it? Okay, how it is going to be done? We will visualize something. We will have a lot of ideas. Okay, the next thing, we will select appropriate activities. Okay, this activity will suit this set of children. This activity will suit my other set of children. Like that, we have to plan some activities. Then what we should do? We have to set up a sequential plan. What is the sequential plan? One by one. Okay, so usually what we do when we start a class, we used to ask motivation questions. We are actually preparing our learners, preparing our students for the learning process. So before that, we will not go straight away, jump into the topic, right? So what we do, we will be just making them ready for the lesson. Same way here also, we should have a sequential plan, one after the other. I'm going to do this, like that. Then what we should do, we have to implement that plan. So now, after implementing, for implementing itself, what we should think, okay, in my 45 minutes of time frame, I'm going to do this. I have to carry out the lesson plan. So for that, when we are doing the lesson, so we have planned everything. We are going to execute that. When we are executing that lesson plan, what we do, we come across certain things. We observe something. Okay, something will work out. Something will not work out. Okay, it is not like that every time it will be a successful class. Sometimes there will be some flop, but then we will learn from that. So accordingly, what we should do, we have to modify the lesson plan as needed. Okay, to incorporate changes that occur during implementation. Okay, while implementing, now you will understand that, okay, this went wrong. So next time I have to use a different strategy for this. Like that, we have to plan properly. The next important thing, I told about some key questions. So when we are planning this MI lesson, we should have few key questions. First key question, okay, what am I going to do? Okay, first one, visual learner. How can I incorporate color or patterns or art, visual aids, classroom layout, or graphic organizers? How am I going to incorporate that in this particular topic? The next is, how can I incorporate hands-on learning or clay or games or movement or acting, dramatization? How I am going to incorporate that? The third question, what we will do, how I am going to incorporate the number or logic or puzzle or pattern, which is related to the topic. Okay, we have to think in that way. Now, the fourth one is linguistic. So now here, linguistic skills. For that, how am I going to incorporate speeches? For example, you are going to teach a lesson on tsunami. Okay, we can give a topic on a speech topic, okay, about tsunami, or debate, reading, writing, or new words like this. How can I incorporate that? So now for my musically skilled children, what I am going to do? How can I incorporate rhyme, rhythm, singing, humming? Like that, how am I going to incorporate? Now there will be few more children left in our class who are naturalistic talented children. So for them, how am I going to incorporate patterns, themes of nature, animals, or classification systems? Okay, am I going to take them outdoor? Am I going to take them field trips? Like that, we have to think about. And interpersonal. So classroom means definitely it needs interaction, isn't it, with all the students. So now in the class, how am I going to have this? Just now, Amala ma'am told about this think, pair, and share strategy. So it will work out here because idea sharing, discussion, collaboration. So we will be using these methodologies for incorporating this. The final one, intrapersonal. How can I incorporate choices, reflection, emotions, feelings, memories, all these things? So always we should remember one point. When the child is coming to us, so the beginning of the day, so what am I going to learn? That part should be clear for the child. So the lesson objective should be clear. So after teaching, what did I learn today? Like that, the child has to reflect. Only then that learning, okay, he will at least think about that particular learning aspect. Now here, you all must be having question. Okay, you have told about lesson plan. So now how are we going to identify these multiple intelligences in my classroom? That will be one of your important question in your mind. So now here, How are we going to identify? We have to identify by constant observation. Every day when children come to us, okay, every day's class, we have to observe the children, maybe based on their day-to-day behavior, how much they are interested. All these things we have to observe. The next thing is we have to work together with the students, so that we will have a feeling that, okay, we are doing something for the children based on their needs, okay, working together with the students. So what is working for them, what is not working for them, that we will be able to understand. So this is how we will be able to identify the multiple intelligence in the classroom. According to me, my everyday classroom practice, what I used to do in the beginning of the academic year, I used to give 15 questions to my students. So that 15 questions will contain everything. So like how I want to know about the child. So I will be asking about what is your name, what is your hobby, how you like to learn. Okay, do you like group work or individual work? Like that, there will be a set of questions which I used to ask my children. Like I will tell them to fill that and give. So in that order, I will understand that, okay, this child prefers this. So when I am grouping, I'll be able to group. So similarly, I can see that, okay, this child is talented in particular part, okay, particular area. So I can call him for the debate, or so the interested ones who is a verbal linguistic skill. So I will be easily able to identify that. So like that, we should have a particular strategy for identifying, and along with that, every day it is our duty to observe the children. The next important thing I want to tell you is about, once again, we will have a revision of all these multiple intelligences. What we have to do: verbal linguistic, visual spatial, musical rhythmic, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, then naturalist, intrapersonal, logical mathematical, and existential. So these are the different multiple intelligences. Just for a recap, I want to say now here, okay, the child who is verbal linguistic, he will be strong in reading, writing, storytelling, or memorizing dates, okay, thinking in words, okay, all these he will be definitely strong. He can learn best through reading, writing, speaking, or hearing and seeing words, sometimes discussing and debating, okay. This will just give him some idea. Logical and mathematical child, this child will be strong in mathematical reasoning, logic, problem solving patterns. So now he likes to solve problems, questions, work with numbers, experiment things like that. So the next thing which I want to say is spatial. So this particular child will be strong in reading map or mazes. If you give him, he will be able to do that. The next one, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. So now I hope you all know the difference between interpersonal as well as intrapersonal. Interpersonal is somebody who likes to be with the people. Intrapersonal is one person who is understanding self and he wants to work alone. That is intrapersonal. Now, bodily kinesthetic is someone who wants to use hands-on activities and then he wants to learn. So now we are going to see all these things in detail now. The next is musically strong child. He will be good in singing. Sometimes he'll be good in picking up sounds. You would have seen some students will be tapping the desk. Okay, like that you would have observed in your class. So they will be able to remember melodies and rhythms. So, and they would like to listen to music and melodies when they are studying also. The naturalist child, he likes to understand nature. Okay, he likes to find out what is this, what is that, like that plants. Okay, the same way. Now we are going to see that why does this integration of multiple intelligence matter? Now, why we have to integrate this? Because we want to create variety in our lesson and activities. It should not be the routine, monotonous lesson. So the next thing is we have to personalize our teaching to the interests as well as the needs of the students. Again, I want to stress on this point. Needs of the students is very important. The learning needs of the students. We have to cater to the interests as well as the learning needs of the students. Now here, from the beginning, if we see verbal linguistic intelligence, these students, they have highly developed auditory skills. So they enjoy reading, writing, they like to play word games. They have a good memory for names of places, dates, etc. So you can see the very good quizzes, people who are good in quiz, they will be able to remember all facts, all these things, and they will be able to say that. So these are the different kinds of activities which we can plan for verbal linguistic intelligence. We can have storytelling, debating, presenting the topics, or making a magazine or newspaper. We can give a topic for the child to research on this particular topic and write about it. Like that we can say, or we can tell him to write about a process. How do you do this particular one? Even for making tea, there is a process. So we can tell him to write that process. And then writing journals and stories, sometimes crosswords. These are all interesting activities which the child will enjoy. The next linguistic, I would say, logical mathematical intelligence. Here, the students like to explore patterns and relationship, and they enjoy doing activities in a sequential order. We were seeing about the word sequential when we were seeing the lesson plan. So here, they like mathematics. They want to experiment and test what they don't know. They want to experiment. And they also enjoy the various opportunities to solve problems, and they want to reason. Why is this happening? What is the reason? Like that, they want to understand something. Okay, logically, you have to explain for these children. So they will be interested in solving puzzles or sequences, patterns, equations, formulas, measuring and collecting data. So if you are giving such activities, the children will be interested to do. Now I am moving on to visual spatial intelligence. So these children who are having visual spatial intelligent students, they enjoy art activities. They read maps, charts, diagrams. They think in images and pictures. You say something, they will visualize that. Okay, so they can visualize the clear images. When the teacher is teaching, they can actually visualize what is going on, like that. They enjoy doing jigsaw puzzles or artistic problems. You would have come across in magazines. There will be some part which is drawn. First half will be drawn, the remaining half you have to fill it up. Like that kind of activities these children enjoy. Paintings, drawings, sketches, or cartoons. Even nowadays a storyboard is available through technology, so children will enjoy this storyboard. Now moving on to the next one, bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Here this bodily kinesthetic intelligence process information through bodily sensation. Okay, they use their body in differentiated and skilled ways. How they need opportunities to move and act things out. So now they respond best in the classroom, which provides physical activities. Just I will say hands-on activities. They want to do and then they learn. So we were seeing just now VARK, we were telling about kinesthetic. So the same way, here they want to do experiments, physical education activities, craft work, dance, role play, pantomiming, even going to field trip, moving out. Okay, that is the child likes to do that. Then skit, participating in skit. So now dramatization also the child like, okay, to do that. Moving on to the next particular part, that is the interpersonal intelligence. You would have come across people who are very good in coordinating things. So what they how do you say that they are very good in having that interpersonal skills? How can we say that this person has interpersonal skills? Because they like to be moving around people. They want to have plenty of friends, and they want to enjoy various social activities and participating in all the groups. And these students, if we see, they always have an empathy for the feelings of others, and they definitely want to be in that cooperative learning group. So cooperative learning strategy will work for these children. And then group work can be given, and clubs can be formed where we can have discussion, tutoring. Sometimes a child who needs some help, so we can have a peer tutoring. So the child who is able to speak well, so who is able to interact well with others, he can help the other one. Then study group or round robin stories. The child who can start a story and then it can be continued. So interpersonal intelligence. Now next is intrapersonal intelligence. These students, they prefer their own inner world. Okay, they want to be alone. So they are, but one thing is there, they are aware of their strength. They know what is their strength, what is their weakness, what is their inner feeling. All this they know. Okay, and they have a deep sense of self-confidence. So they think that they are confident and they are independent. Okay, they have that strong will, and they will self-motivation will be there. They can do that self-directed learning. Okay, nobody needs to say, but they will do that. So personal goal setting or individual projects, if you give, these kind of children will definitely enjoy that. And we can give a personal choice in projects, and independent reading can be given. And finally, the reflections part. Okay, these children will definitely write a wonderful reflection and self-assessment. So for all these things, I would like to show some examples at the end of my presentation. Now, musical rhythmic intelligence. These students are actually sensitive to the sounds in their environment. They enjoy music. Okay, they prefer listening to music when they are studying. Okay, sometimes even some of you will be in that same category. Do any one of you listen to music while studying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So studies will go on, but at the same time, the background, there will be music. So you enjoy listening to music. It's not that you don't study. You pay attention to both. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is how these children will be sensitive to the sound. So there will be a background music, or okay, we can tell them to create a rap or a rhyme, and they can do podcast. Nowadays, podcast is the trending now. So podcast, choral singing, all such kind of activities can be given. The next part is naturalist intelligence. They are sensitive to the natural world. They notice relationships in nature, and they actually see the connection and pattern, how we are going to see this. Okay, when they go outdoors, they just hear the natural sound. Okay, and even a bird's sound or animal sound. Sometimes some children are very good in distinguishing the sounds. Okay, and they know how to classify or categorize the plants. Oh, this plant is this one, like that. Only if a person has inherent talent or interest in that particular one, he will be able to say that. So for such children, this field trip will be of help. And bird watching, photography, or stargazing, fishing, or identifying plants. You give something, they enjoy doing that. And sometimes if you tell them to collect some rocks or fossils or artifacts of so much interest, they used to bring that, and they will they'll be able to explain, this is this kind of rock, this one I have brought, this from this particular place I collected. Like that, they will be really enjoying, and they will be speaking about that. And there is a garden. So now here I would like to say that there are people from different streams here. Am I right? Can you just tell me which all subjects students are attending here? Can you put in chat, please? From which all subjects?
Ma'am, natural science, physical science, English,
Okay.
mathematics.
Okay, so I hope I have, yes, fine, that's good. So now I would like to show you some of the activities, okay, the subject wise, how we can implement. So now here for English, if we can do debate, speech, group discussion, dramatization, dialogue, conversation, commentary, sometimes concept mapping. Okay, so what you have studied in this poem, can you do a visual representation? Like that we can say, or article or bio sketch, like that we can give. Now for mathematics students, what all kinds of activities we can plan? Data handling or analysis, or group projects can be given, and problem solving, maths lab activities, presentations. Then we can tell them to make model or mathematical puzzle on various theorems. In our school, every Thursday we used to post a puzzle. Okay, Thursday challenge, that is the name of the maths challenge. Okay, we used to post that, and children have to send the answers before Saturday, and the winners will be posted in the next week. So that is how we can develop the mathematical skills of the students. Next, simple and interesting assignments. For science students, we can have the experiments as always, then the presentations on science concept, experiments, science quiz, model making, then symposium or seminar, explanation of different natural phenomenon. Okay, how they are explaining, for that, like exhibition. Okay, we can use all these strategies. Then social science, we can have written assignments where it involves interference, interpretation, and evaluation. So how they are cultivating paddy. So what all, okay, he can visit field, geographical, okay, the place, location, he can understand, okay, where is this place located, what he will do, what all grains grow there in that particular place, what is the climatic condition of that place. Like that, we can have a variety of assignments. It all involves just we have to modify that particular exercise. Commentaries, then conducting interviews of historical figures and role plays, dramatization of historical events, what had happened, we can tell the children to dramatize and show. Next, mind mapping, the timelines can be mind mapped. So here also in historical events also we can have debates. So like this, there are various ideas for subject wise implementation. Here it is in the teacher's hands. She has complete liberty. Seeing her children, she can modify that accordingly. Now you will ask me, okay, you have told all these things, is it really possible? Can we do such things? Like that, you will have a question. Okay, this is a picture of our school kindergarten. Okay, road safety, how they are involving this particular topic, how they are introducing this topic about zebra crossing, okay, how the children have to cross the road. All these things are taught. So this is the road safety. It is like a model. Okay, the children are standing there in the road. Okay, everything is created there, and then these children are able to enjoy and learn at the same time. The next thing here, this multiple integration in schools. Okay, why we have to do this? Why we have to do? We have to do this through music, art, outdoor activities, field trip, group learning, multimedia, introspection. Okay, through all this we can implement this. Okay, now the next thing I would show you about this. Can you all see the screen, friends? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can see that there is an experiential learning. Can you identify what the child is doing? Can you guess, seeing the picture? This is a science class. Can you identify? Okay, no problem. I will tell you, this is an atom model. Okay, it is done through the thread. You can see that the child has made round. Can you see that? So this is an atom model. Now here, can you guess what is this? The second picture. Can you guess what is this? Okay, it's a
volcano.
Exactly.
Volcano.
Very good. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, child is learning about volcano. So how she is learning by doing baking powder. Okay, so now baking soda she has used, and then she has made this. Now interpersonal intelligence, same activity. Okay, you can see all the children are involved in one drawing. Can you see that? So how they are all involved in this. The next picture, if you can see, this is about naturalistic intelligence. They have come out, okay, with their notebooks just for a field trip. Okay, here they have come to observe this hibiscus plant, and on top you can see the experiential learning. Okay, another one, naturalistic intelligence.
Srividya,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
particular slide is not seen now. We are still in the previous slide.
Okay, now is it visible, ma'am?
Yes,
is it
ma'am.
visible? Yeah.
Naturalistic intelligence.
Yes. So were you able to see the previous one?
No, ma'am.
Interpersonal we could not see.
Yeah. Are you able to see now?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. Now this interpersonal intelligence, you can see, okay, a group of children doing the same work. Can you see that? Yes. The next is about the experiential learning as well as the naturalistic intelligence. So they have come out for the field trip. Okay. They are observing the plants. Now coming to the next intelligence, that is bodily kinesthetic intelligence. You can see this is the children. They are playing with the dough. Okay, they are hands-on activity is going on here. So children enjoy doing this. The next you can see visual spatial intelligence. This is a I hope this is visible. Yes. So now this is an activity, okay, linguistic skills activity. Okay, child has made a comic strip based on a lesson. So you can see the child who is good in artistic skills as well as verbal linguistic skills can do something like this. The next one I would like to show you, that is intrapersonal intelligence. We do have some reflection activities. So where we used to ask the children, okay, to do a self-awareness, wherein they can find their strengths as well as the weaknesses. So now here strength, your child has written, I am a creative person. I stay focused in everything I do. I always rely on myself to do things punctually. Okay, like that he has written the list of strengths. At the same time, he has not missed out his weakness also. What he has said, sometimes I criticize myself because of being unsure of what I did was good enough. I can get choosy when it comes for food. So it is actually an honest reflection of the child. And here you can see the second one, like a thumbprint. Can you see that? Fingerprint.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this fingerprint, he is telling about himself. Okay, I am me, like that. People usually call me. Okay, I am Aditya. People usually call me Adi, like that. Okay. So he has listed out his likes, dislikes, everything. Okay. So here intrapersonal intelligence. Now moving on to the coming to the reflection. So once we had told the children to write something for being grateful. Okay, we all have to be grateful, isn't it? Today I am really grateful. Why? Because I have got an opportunity in the place where I have learned. Okay, I am able to say something. Okay, what I know, I am able to share. So I am really grateful to all the people. Okay, whoever is attending, whoever, all madams who have given chance for me to explain something from my knowledge. Now here the child has written about his grateful to his friends, family members, food, comfort. Okay, all these things he has written. The next thing I want to show you is about the creative skills. So now this creative skills, can you see what the child has tried to do? What is it? He has used 2-3 vegetables here and tried to create a human figure, isn't it? So this is the creative skill of the child is expressed here. Now moving on to the next one. So here finger puppets, experiential learning child is doing. Okay, this is from our primary section. Okay, here the process, metamorphosis. So this process is expressed through the clay modeling. You can see that egg, chrysalis, caterpillar, butterfly, like that. The process is done by that particular child. Okay, the next, let me come to the next one, that is the hands-on activity by the child, that is fruit salad activity, which child himself is trying to do that. And here you can see the national flower of India. Okay, for drawing that, they have used the paper, pink color paper, and they have tried that. The next, I would like to show you this particular small video. Okay, that is for social science. We had given for the activity. Okay, role play activity. Just let me know whether it's audible.
You people also know me as Bob. 1856. I am an Indian nationalist, teacher, and an independence activist. British authorities call me as the father of Indian honors. Swaraj is my birthright, and I shall have it. We shall not be quiet till we get independence. Remember, service to the nation is service to God. स्वराज के लिए गुण बहना ही होगा, वरना मिले हुए स्वराज की कोई कीमत नहीं होगी, कोई कीमत नहीं होगी। जय हिंद। राष्ट्र की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना जोर कितना बस मेरा दिल में है। इनकलाब जिंदाबाद। मैं हूं भगत सिंह। I was born on 27 September 1907 in a Sikh family in the Raipur district of Punjab. My father Kishan Singh was a freedom fighter and my mother Vidyavali was housewife. I can't practice in my blood as my father and members were also freedom fighters. I dedicated my life for the country and avoided marriage by saying that my life is dedicated only in service of the motherland and no desire can lure me. I pledge to avenge the death of Landlord's Gujarati by killing a British police officer turned son. I underwent a hunger strike in jail to protest the inhuman treatment of the fellow prisoners in jail. On March 23, 1931, I was hanged in Lahore Central Jail with my comrades Sukhdev and Rajguru. I was given the title of Shahidi Azam for my sacrifice at a very young age. They may kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They may crush my body, but they cannot crush my spirit. Inqilab Zindabad! Inqilab Zindabad!
So I hope this was visible. There were two videos you can see. One is about Tilak as well as Bhagat Singh. So these are the two activities done by the children. Now, you will be asking about the role of the teacher. The role of the teacher is really very significant here. As I told you before, we have to observe the children and we have to work with the students and try to constantly change the classroom layout as well as plan according to the needs of the children. Now, Gardner has given some recommendations. So he has told that we have to individualize the teaching style, pluralize the teaching, and diversify the teaching ideas. And we have to definitely homework are the best ways for giving students an opportunity to improve their way and then give them more freedom to explore their intelligence. So now I would like to put one link to you. Okay, you can save it and later on you can find your strengths when you are free. Please note down the link. You will definitely like this particular link. You can find out your strengths. As teachers, we have to find our strengths first, okay, in order to find out our students' strengths, correct? So please, paste that link, okay. Now, to conclude, I would say all of us have all the intelligences. And this theory was not developed to exclude individuals, but to allow all people to contribute to society through their own strengths. Now, with this, I end my presentation. I would like to ask if you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can put in chat or you can ask me.
Dear ma'am.
Yes.
Hello ma'am. I would like to ask whether how can we use the same thing in inclusive classes?
Inclusive classes, okay, first as I told you, now we should know again there also we will have a profile of that particular child, isn't it? So now we will know how the child is their level of the child, okay, accordingly we have to modify. It's not that we have to use the same thing, okay, according to the level and ability of the child we have to restructure our activities. We have a CSC in our school, so there also we have some activities like this. Okay, we used to give activities for the students.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you, ma'am, for that informative and practical inputs. Now it's time for interacting with the resource person. If you have any doubts or anything to tell, please go forward.
ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഫോം ലിങ്ക് ഇപ്പോൾ ലഭ്യമാണ്. എല്ലാവരും ഫോമുകൾ ഫില്ല് ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക.
Anybody is having any doubts or anything to say? Okay, ma'am, and moving on to the next session. If a child cannot learn in the way we teach, we must teach in a way the child can learn. There is an urgent need to incorporate multiple intelligence in the classrooms. It was an enriching day for all of us, and I call upon Ms. Renu Binu to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, all. Ma'am, can I?
Yes, please.
So it gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this webinar to all joined through Google Meet. I would like to thank our resource person, Mrs. Srividya Shankaranarayanan, who honored this 10th webinar session with her inspirational, resourceful thoughts through interaction. Thank you so much, ma'am, for a resourceful session. I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Beri Shiba Jose, Dr. Lissy Koshi, Dr. Nidhu Nina Varghese, the teacher coordinators, Ms. Joycey Martin, the student coordinator, Ms. Karthika, our technical supporter, and all the teaching and non-teaching staff, and all the participants joined through Google Meet for making this session as a great success. Once again, and thank you, one and all present here. Thank you.
ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ദേശീയഗാനം ആരംഭിക്കുന്നതിനായി നമുക്ക് എഴുന്നേൽക്കാം.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय भारत पंचांग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधितरंग तव शुभ नामी जाहि तव शुभ आशीष माहि गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Srividya, thank you so much. It was really informative, and I really appreciate all the efforts you put in for this session. You have been preparing hard for these days, I know very well. Thank you for all your efforts, and it was a good session, Srividya. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me such an opportunity to present. All these days, I have never thought, okay, now this session is an eye opener for me. Okay, in various angles, I have to start working on that. Like,
It was nice having you. Thank you, Srividya. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Shiba ma'am, Suma ma'am is here.
Okay, now we shall leave. Thank you so much once again, Srividya, Nidhu Miss, and all the students who worked for the success of this program, all the MEd students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, participants. Many of you were very active and really made the session so nice. Ma'am, may I leave? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.